Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Virgo for 2017, and it's for your sun, moon, and your rising sign. I'd advise y'all to go look at all three of those. You'll get a larger perspective or more overall view of what's going on for the month. I've pulled 4 cards for us. I'll use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view for the month. We'll pull angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I'll speak as if I'm you. So for the time of this reading, all of us Virgos are now named Frankie while we go through this. And I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us, and that's going to be in our second house, and that's gifts, bonuses, profit, personal belongings, and money. Everything you do with finances, and your financial ambitions, economic interest, earnings. They say it's a house of personal liberty because a lot of us equate liberty with money. So, but I think it's the house of Taurus too, and we're Virgos, so we're Earth sign right up there with Taurus, and I was trying everything, I think, except for your real estate. So it's kind of like the money you earn. We have some words here for us before I start. They're very interesting. Discernment, forgiveness, healing, purpose, and peace. And it almost sounds like a mathematical equation. Like if you use your discernment in any purpose and you forgive it if it's not so hot, you can heal it, and that brings you peace. So it's like this word plus this word equals that word, and we get this. But our end result, our first card here is the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is like the double, I can't speak. I actually started this reading twice because I couldn't speak. It's a sorry Virgo, double-edged sword. It's a sword of like loss, betrayal, so on one hand, and on the other hand, the sword of facing limitations or boundaries that we all face each and every day, and the 5 here is about adjustment. It's, maybe we've had a loss, maybe betrayal, something like that, but it's our ability to adjust and make the changes that we need to make in order for us to move forward. Sometimes with this card, somebody's let us down. That's our word, discernment. We've been let down, but then again, maybe we place too much trust in that person, that situation, and we shouldn't have. So it's about adjusting to the changes that we need to make in order to heal our own selves. So forgiving it if we made a mistake in a situation, that's the purpose of it, so that we can heal. Accepting the changes or the limits that are put on us or the boundaries. Maybe we had a plan of taking a new job. It'll come in a different area of all of our lives, and we trusted that this new boss, this guy or girl or whatever, was giving us the straightforward information on it, and that we were the prime candidate for the job. And then we call 2 weeks later because we haven't heard anything, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I took someone else. It's like, uh-oh, we got to adjust. We have to go apply for another job. We move on forward, right? We should have used our discernment and figured out that guy or girl was just like blowing smoke up our you-know-what's butts, and it wasn't right, and now we're limited, and we have to make the change. So we got to go out, get another new job, reapply, but we got to do it, and we move forward and we do it. if we can adjust and we can make these changes, right, it's better for us. We end up on the top end or the high end of the scale based on what I'm seeing here on the best side, right? So we want to make sure that we don't waste any funds this month, waste any funds, or spend things spend our money on things that really aren't required, get involved in things that aren't required too, like because of the other cards I see laying here, or with this card, like get rich schemes come to mind, like why didn't I use my discernment if it was too good to be true? It really was too good to be true. That's kind of coming along with the flow of the feeling in this Five of Swords this month. Now I'm going to tell all of you guys, because I told all the other signs, I don't know what's going on this month, but I still feel that roller coaster ride for October. So like it's like I thought I had everything right, and then slide down the hill, and then it's like, oh, there's the fresh new start, get up to the top. So there's going to be some bumps in the road. And for us Virgos this month, what I'm hearing is, don't speak too bluntly. And that's kind of an overall theme for us. It's like, don't speak too bluntly. I'm not an astrologer, but I think we have Mars in our sign all month. So we might have that tendency for ruining a good thing. That's what Spirit's saying, ruining a good thing. So if something's really good and we think it's going good, don't let this little glitch, stop us or make us mouth off or get angry. And I told Leo the same thing. Take a deep breath, bite your tongue, pull back in, think, did I place my trust out there wrongly, in an inappropriate place? Where's my responsibility for this? Maybe I did. And adjust. Make the changes you need to make, move on, forgive it, heal it, and keep on going. But that word discernment with this card comes up really strongly. So, don't mix business and pleasure together, because that could cause us a lot of problems and heartache, because this is in our finances, our money making capacity here. So anything that we have or we're doing, make sure what we're doing, our efforts we put out, pay off. Okay, Virgo? Because our next card here is an excellent card. It's the Page of Pentacles. They call this the card of the scholar. It's like the student that is so intent on their studies. All I ever see is they have the book in their nose and they smash into the wall because they forgot to put down the book, and look where they're going. But this is a good message on, for anything material. There's a pentacle here, so money-wise, it's an excellent message. If we were and he's a messenger page. He can bring a message of good, of new financial flow, new money coming in, new opportunities coming in for making money. If it's a person, it can be an earth sign. That would be us, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So we are showing up in our own reading. This is someone that is intent on doing the study or doing the thing they need to do to make the money they want to earn. If I thought about it like that. So maybe in a career thing, like they said about the new boss said, oh, I'm the top one, and then they gave the job to somebody else. We know we have the capacity, or the ability to move forward because of this pentacle card here, and whatever it is we need to learn for the new job, we can learn or do. Or maybe this card could mean, because it's different areas of all of our lives, maybe I'm an entrepreneur. I decided to take in a partner and they betrayed me. Now I have to adjust because half of that money's gone or they absconded with the money. Depends on where it's at and, portion of our life. They took off with the money and I gotta restart with what I have. I can, because I have this Page of Pentacles. Maybe this is a betrayal in a relationship, and I'm going to say I knew it could happen because of another card I'm seeing here, you know, and I should have used my discernment. I should have just forgiven it and healed myself and took the lessons, the purpose behind it, and brought myself into peace. Now I'm adjusting to that change and moving forward to a new, different relationship because it's good. I mean, seriously, it's in our money house, and next we have the Nine of Pentacles. If we're thinking of what house is this in for the month, we got the Nine of Pentacles, and that's like all kinds of security, financial, earth plane stuff, is um, they're saying go for it when you have this pentacle card here. It means that we're going to be or are or coming into being, because I think that might be for a lot of us because of that way I see that up and down thing for this month. I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume it's something astrological, but I think we're in Virgo. I'm doing this like it's getting close to the middle of September, so we had a whole lot of things going on in Virgo sun, all that kind of stuff, so this shows here, because we're stable, we're earth sign energy, and we're material plane oriented, we're very disciplined. As Virgos, we're disciplined. We dot the I's, we cross the T's, we take up, and look at all the details of what we need to move forward. Let's say if this 5 was relationship oriented and we broke away from that relationship, we have the Page of Pentacles coming in. We can handle it, support ourselves. Maybe it's alimony, and it brings us this Nine of Pentacles, well off financial security around us. Our home, our lives are getting or coming forward into the better is the way they're putting it to me. Coming forward into the better. There could be other things that come along with this card. Sometimes it's what do you call it? Like estate matters. That's what it's called. Inheritance. Like maybe we got a gift. Maybe with this card we hit the lottery. 9 is the end of, like the completion of the cycle. And with it being a 9 of Pentacles, it might be the completion for a lot of us of tough times from the past, tough, maybe we gave too much somewhere and didn't use our discernment with that 5 of Swords, So right now we're going through the healing process. Maybe it's a court case and it's coming to the end of the line, and the purpose of it was to get back whatever was that loss so that we could have peace again. But what they're saying is, make sure if we see something we need to change in our lives, this can be even a personal belief system with this 5 of Swords. Do we need to change a belief system about something? Move forward. Our job is not right for us anymore. Our relationship's not right for us anymore. With this card here, that we make those changes, because the next card is the 8 of Swords. So we have that Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles right beside it. And we have the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. And The Eight of Swords is like the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the lady with the swords crossed across her chest. And she's got to make a choice, and she has a blindfold on, and she's not going to make that choice no matter what because she's in denial. The difference with this Eight of Swords is I can't deny the fact that I have to change something. It's that simple. I know what I have to change. So what is it that I have to change? Now this lady's tied up loosely. Notice in my old deck they had ropes around her and they were all loose. And this deck cracks me up because her face is covered. She's blindfolded, but in this deck they even covered her mouth. So she can't talk either. So she can't see, she can't speak. If that's not, I'm not going to look at the change or even talk about it, Virgo. It's like, whoa, no. With this, just shake those off. Pull off the blindfold, your own self. Just give it a good shake, Virgo. Pull off the blindfold and look it straight in the face and do it. It makes life so much more simpler for us. We're Virgos. We're very detail oriented. We don't want in all these fights with you or whatever. So if that fight's not going to produce peace, don't jump the gun, bite your tongue, right? But if it's something I got to change about me, it's like, change it. When I see this card, the only thing I can think about it is, like, when I see the Two of Swords, I think of a bad relationship. Let's marriage maybe or partnership that's going down the tubes. And to everyone else, it looks perfect on the outside, but we go home and we actually don't even talk to each other. With this one here, it's exactly the same circumstance, but I know I don't like him or her anymore. I just don't want to do it because I feel there's something holding me back or something I'd have to face that I really not in the mood to do. But they're saying, if I used my discernment, right, what is it I want? If I use my discernment on myself, I don't really want this. Why am I staying in it? So I'd shake off those ties, open my mouth, take the blindfold off my eyes, look the circumstance or situation, or the person, if it's a person, dead on in the eyes and say, sorry, I need to forgive this and move on because I got to heal myself. I have a bigger purpose in my life, and that is bringing peace to myself. So even though this, looks like hard choices, they're not choices we don't understand already. So it's not really a big deal. They're kind of telling us, if we didn't use our discernment, we might get that betrayal or loss. And if we did, to know it was because we didn't use our discernment. So don't deny it. Just move through it because we have these excellent, wonderful cards, And the next one, here's the Two of Cups. I call this a mutual admiration society. It's like, he's so wonderful, she's so wonderful. No, it's you. You're the wonderful one. No, you're the wonderful one. You're the one that does everything wonderful. It could be a new partnership coming into our life. It could be renewal of an old partnership. It could be renewal of a friendship. Maybe we didn't use our discernment or but because this card's here and because they told us not to lose our temper, right? To really evaluate what's going on, bite our tongue before we open our mouth, we could ruin this situation or this coming together of two people, two or more, or maybe it'll come down into taking on a new business partner, but I had learned those lessons from the old business partner with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords, and this time I looked into this person's credentials. I knew their background, I knew their history, took a little extra time, used my discernment, just didn't take everything at face value. So when this new partnership, I take on a new partner, if it's in my business, right? I know I've made the right decision because I crossed the T's and dotted the I's and what is that called? Did my due diligence. You know, investigated it, did my new due diligence. Or this could be like maybe I'm in with the Five of Swords, maybe I had a terrible marriage, you know, and I learned discernment. Now I have the Page of Pentacles coming in, you know, and I'm showing up in my own reading too, and I've forgiven the past and I've healed from it, but you know, they're saying forgive it. Just remember, this is about also about our finances and stuff. Is the partnership going to allow me to be stable? You know, is it loving? Is it all those things that I want? Because the purpose behind this was me healing myself, me getting forward in the future, or coming to terms maybe with something that I really didn't want to have to, but there's limits or boundaries around it, you know, or obstacles, and now I've got it. Now I've got it. You know, this can even be like my new boss at a new job, and I'm starting, and they really, really like me, and they gave us that example of another, or of the lady that was going, or guy was going to hire us, and then we called 2 weeks later because we were first on the list. They, oh well, no, I didn't even consider you again after I told you you were first one. This person's honest, trustworthy, right? They are what they said. They back it up. You know, they really told us we were first on the list. We're first on the list. They weren't kidding. You know, we got the new job. There was the purpose. Ah, relief, you know. Or if it's, you know, a love relationship, it can mean that. Coming together of two people. We've learned our lessons. We've been hurt enough in the past. Now, because that word discernment's in our vocabulary for this month here, we're using it. And we know this person. We've actually looked at their motivation. We've looked clearly at it. And we know that this is the person that we want. We feel it inside of us in our heart. So it's the right choice, the right decision. It will come down in different areas for each one of us, but the change is there. So it's easier if we just adjust to the change and move forward because it's better for us. All ways around is what they're saying. All ways around, you know. So make sure, you know, we're not spending our money foolishly or on things that we don't really need, that we don't blow up like and ruin a good thing or a good love relationship, right? Because we just couldn't hold our tongue because we have that Mars energy all around us, you know, because there's a lot of excellent things that are coming down here, and it's really exciting. You know, it's exciting to be in it. Even if it's a little up and down, it's exciting to experience new developments because we use the lessons of our past wisely with that discernment. We forgave whatever we went through and we healed ourselves for the purpose of bringing peace into our life and bringing better relationships or better jobs, right? Or better partnerships all around. If this was in a friendship, I would think exactly the same thing. You know, maybe it's a friend that's on our side, you know, so that mixing business and personal we shouldn't do. Mix them up together, right? That's two different things. If this mutual admiration, mutual aid society, admiration society, remember, business and personal are two different things, okay? Here, if we don't mix them up, we use our discernment, we get peace, we get fresh new starts, really good things, and we fulfill the purpose behind everything. That's interesting. Interesting. Don't, they said, don't spend on or get rich quick stuff, or and unworthy things. And we've had a lot of those storms too. So I might add in there, make sure when we're donating to a reputable charity. As Virgos, we're very giving. Make sure that our funds or whatever we sent out, went to the appropriate place where it'll be used well and distributed well. They're saying, and that just about discernment, forgiveness, healing, purpose brings peace. And our card is focus on service. And I always say in my prayers, this is me, Frankie, saying, and I always say, send to me those you choose for me to serve, and send to me those that you choose to serve me in whatever way, manner, means, or manifest form. And that's required. And this is our second house, and that's our money. So focusing, all things are service. Everything we do. Even if it's just taking care of our pets, or taking care of ourselves, or going to the grocery store and putting out the money for the groceries. The clerk wouldn't have a job if we didn't go to the grocery store. Everything's like that. And it says here, your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus on staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. And that would bring you that peace, our end result, or our end little mathematical formula there. Every situation. God's reciprocal. The source energy is reciprocal. What goes around comes around, and it multiplies and magnifies as we do it. And that's an excellent card. So if it's in our job, or even in our partnerships, we're there because we are serving in some capacity. Maybe just the person's taking care of us, but they love us so much that they want us there to take care of, right? It says, this card comes to you because you've been worried about your life's mission. Perhaps you felt insecure about whether you'll make enough money, be successful, or be well received by others. I'm telling you, with these cards here, we're well received. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Instead of concerns about what you'll receive or other people's reactions, focus solely on how you can serve. Use your natural talents, passions, interests to help others or some vital cause. Then, through the law of attraction, you'll receive all the support you need. And we got the Mutual Admiration Society here in the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. And all we need is to be ready to adjust and make the changes we need to make. Release money worries to God and the angels. Be receptive to inner divine guidance and follow it without hesitation. That's your discernment. If you get nervous, focus on the service. Well, Virgo, that's our reading for October. And I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. And I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. I don't get a lot of chance to write you back, but every one is read. And anybody who wants to know more about me, all the information down below the screen, or if you want to set an appointment with me, everything is there at the website to be able to do that. And to everybody that I've met through doing the YouTube videos for this last little while, and everybody I've met through doing my work for all these years, 28, if you can believe it, I want to tell you, it's an honor and a privilege to have been able to serve you. And hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye bye.